we are going to start from scratch, okay? Meaning we're going to have like a pretty open replit. There's nothing in this replit except for the basic default HTML, and there's nothing in the CSS. So I'm going to show you how to get the things that you need into the HTML to get you to the level of medium. Okay, so in this one, not only are you going to learn how to read the HTML that we get, you are going to know how to add it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go into a new tab and search Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a, whoops, you don't want to go to this one. You want to just go to the standard Bootstrap. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so here it's getbootstrap.com, and it is a library, meaning a bunch of code that someone is going to let us borrow. So a lot of web developers have developed this code to make the web pages more beautiful, and they give it to everyone for free. They update it, and they show people how to use it. So here we are going to hit get started, and we are going to copy. All we need right now is the CSS. Okay, that it gives us a style library that makes things look really beautiful. I'm going to show you what that means in just a second. So go to the CSS and hit copy. This is, and it also gives JavaScript if you need that, so later on we can explore that. But for now, you want to go and you want to copy that. Now it's in my clipboard. Go to the end of line 7 where your style.css is linked, hit return and add it there. Okay, this is going to give us a reference back to that Bootstrap, right? So right now if I hit run, nothing really shows up because there's no content in my body. But as soon as we start typing things in, we will see a difference between what websites look like by default and what websites look like with Bootstrap. Okay. The next thing you want to do is you want to get a very simple nav bar. So you want to search nav bar. Okay. Now we want a very simple nav bar. All right. So right here is I'm actually going to just search like nav. I should have just searched nav bar. So it should be components nav bar here. And I'm going to scroll down until I get to the second part here where it says nav bar as heading. Okay, you can make it so that the items contain links to other parts of your website like these do, but here we just want a heading that runs across like this that says 6 favorites. Okay, so we're going to pick up the one that says as heading. We're going to go back here and we are going to plunk this into our body. So we're going to go to the end of the body and hit return a bunch of times so we have some space, and I'm going to put the nav bar here. Okay, so inside here we have it says nav class equals nav bar light, BG light, span class equals this bunch of stuff, and it says nav bar. If I hit run, you'll notice that it's slightly shaded. It has a different font family here. That again, that is all coming from the Bootstrap CSS library. Okay, I have my regular link to my CSS, my cascading style sheet, and then there's another link that says to go to another style sheet that's referring back to Bootstrap. Okay, now I don't want some of this stuff. I've tried this out before, so I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to delete that, right? And that's inside of a class called, so I just want to keep the class equals nav bar, and I'm going to add an ID equals quote nav bar top, and this is going to come into play later on with my styling. I want to add a particular, and I'm going to explain this a little bit later in another video. Okay, now here you want to replace where it says here to say top 6 favorite, and then here's where you add whatever you want. I wrote favorite artists. Okay, and when I run this, it's going to show up like this. Okay, now in the next video I'm going to show you how to add the grid system. Okay, and then the remaining videos I'll show you how to add. So we're going to add, in the next video we're going to add the system, a system where there are it allows these items to sit next to each other. Okay, we're going to add columns and rows.